his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's got him in. Complete. The 30. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. The Bengals stand for first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. We go. 10-2 stop. Bring it. Go.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On second down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready up, protein spill. Ready.
2nd and 13. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. It's Mixon on the counter. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carried from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Check. Double bump. Alert 3.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Throw that bench release and go. Solid, 5 men.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, zoom.
Wide, get wide.
Black,
Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Cameron Hayward coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Go.
That's complete to John Ross. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
1 yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll look to throw here. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And a Bengal first down.
Ready, ready. 60 or. Shoot.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this
blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Bullock's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because... And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Extra point put through by Boswell. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down now, Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay?
That's true.
So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. But on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You just find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. They might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side.
Sure.
But not necessarily all the time.
Break. Guys, game situation. Let's go. On the ball. Fire.
He'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. It's caught at the 10. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
Who draw forfeit? Get it.
They go play action here on first down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
X3, 218, chop.
The Steelers 3-yard line.
Ready.
2nd and 3. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron and had some heat on that.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them?
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Right,
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
One day.
Check 50. Check 50.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Hey, foxtrot.
Kill.
Snickers, 66.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Easy.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch the run. They're running it.
No foul. 44.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
16. 5.
Check 6 guys. Watch it. 55's Mike, guys.
Middle.
All day, baby, all day. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, G.
Take 2 of them. Check.
Roethlisberger. finds his man Johnson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Check 99. Check 99.
Tight guard, tight guard, tight guard. These two.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's complete. It's Green here. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
All right, now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is caught, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
45. Mike,
Quarter.
No. Off. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on first and 10.
These two.
Rush in. Watch twist. Kill.
Now they try the right side here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Middle. Hey, alert.
Kill. Show it up.
Easy.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Mixon, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right.
Watch the twist.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
4-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Need some therapy after this. Quick the edge. Come.
Jack 16.
Switch gears. Check.
Take both of them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Hurdles over him. They find some open field here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it gives Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
To number 15.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Open man is Higgins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Pittsburgh, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a